Good morning, I'm Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you. Going to spend some time talking to you about you and your business. As usual, I got a lot to cover, so I want to get straight into it. But before I do that, I do want to mention today's program brought to you in part by Super Interns and Standard Supply. Looking forward to this conversation as we continue to do our series of interviews on the challenges, opportunities, and characteristics surrounding mid-market companies. My conviction is, my belief is that there's a certain romance behind small businesses, which leads to them getting a lot of exposure. There is certainly a mystique behind mega corporations and enterprise-level corporations. They give them, of course, a lot of exposure and ink. But that mid-market company is always kind of elusive, and like to spend some time here on it on our program. That's kind of our specialty here on The Price of Business, and growing as such. Herb Greenberg, he is CEO and founder of Callipy, and that's Callipy Hiring Assessment. And we're going to spend some time talking a little bit. By the way, that's Caliper, Hiring Assessment. We're going to talk a little bit about his company, which works really strongly and is really integrated with what's happening with the mid-market companies out there. Herb, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Kevin. Good to be with you.
Kind of real quickly, give us the elevator speech about Caliper.
Okay. Caliper was founded 53 years ago. I'm one of the founders. And we were founded because we were asked by an insurance company to find a test that could help them determine who could sell and who not. We couldn't find any test that would work, so we decided to develop one ourselves. It took us 4 years, but we finally came out with a test that could predict success in selling and in other jobs. And the basic thing that we found was that the mistake that people were making is depending too much on what somebody did and not looking at what that person is in order to make a decision whether to hire or promote someone.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And so, you became so passionate about it and realized that there was such a huge void there, you decided to fill that void.
Well, exactly. We now have about some 40,000 clients around the world, and we've assessed that it'll be over 4 million people this year. And it's been very, very exciting to see people with no background in theory. The theory being that because somebody has done something, that means they're automatically qualified to do something similar, and that ain't necessarily so. All the studies have shown that only about 30% of the people are satisfied with the jobs they are doing, and so the fact that they're doing a job does not mean they're doing it well or that they were right to be doing it in the first place. What counts is, and especially for mid-sized companies that can ill afford a bad hire or bad promotion, what counts is what somebody is, what somebody's emotions are, their drives are, what's inside that person to make them do the job, to make them motivated to do the job that you need done.
You mentioned mid-sized companies, which, of course, is one of the reasons why we got you on the program. First of all, is your company, I would assume with the tens of thousands of clients you have, you guys are definitely at least a mid-sized company.
No, we're
our mid-market, rather.
I don't know what the ratings are. I'd call ourselves a mid-sized company, but the majority of our clients are mid-sized, although we do have some of the big monster companies, the biggest on down. But we pride ourselves that many companies have started working with us, and maybe with some help from us, have become mid-sized companies. So we have the whole range. And again, the whole value of us is helping a company make a decision whether it's to hire someone or to promote someone or to hire someone with even a longer range view of what they might do, or even and what a lot of companies are now doing, by the way, and especially mid-sized companies they're looking at their current team. They're saying, I don't want to find a stranger. Let me see a salesperson who's not that great a salesperson, but who might do something else very important for us. So they're examining their current team to see what hidden talent is being paid for every week.
Yeah.
And there are now technologies that allow that to be done very inexpensively and very accurately.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what would you say is the sweet spot in terms of sizes of businesses that you work with? You have a wide range, you indicated, but what would you say there's a preponderance in terms of clients?
Oh, I'm not sure there is a preponderance. Probably, again, in the mid-sized company, because your larger companies might tend to weed out the less than ideal. Although even there, we've done a number of major programs with large companies as well to try to help them find hidden talent among their current personnel. But so I guess it doesn't vary. It's a pain in the neck for any size company to hire someone who's the wrong hire. It's very costly. Or to keep someone who's not doing well just because they're there. That's also costly. So to take that insurance policy to make sure that when you hire or promote or train, you're matching the person to what they should be doing, to what they're inherently capable of doing. We wrote an article about the Mets when the Mets drafted a young man who was a weak-hitting shortstop, and that was the last thing they needed. But they turned him into a pitcher, and he got the most valuable player award last year, and it's one of their top pitchers this year. So, but he wasn't a pitcher. He was a shortstop, but he had the ability to be a pitcher.
There you go. That's a great note to end on, Herb. Thanks so much for being with us, Herb Greenberg.
Hey,
by the way,
welcome.
the company you can learn more about is Caliper Corp. That's CaliperCorp.com. And again, Herb, we appreciate you being on. I do want to remind the listener that the best content here, including this interview, can be found over there at USAToReview.com. And you're listening to The Price of Business.